Hi there, I'm Graham Hodgson from the UK, and as you can probably tell, I'm from the southwest by my accent. I'm not a doctor, but what I am is someone who has suffered over many, many years with really bad hemorrhoids until I, by luck more than anything, found a natural cure for them, which cleared them up in about 10 days. Prior to this, I was at a stage where I just couldn't bear them anymore. I was sort of at the stage where I was contemplating some surgery, but it scared me to death. And then I read up a bit more about it, and that put me off even more than ever. So the actual remedy that I found came just at the right time. Anyway, the fact that most of you are possibly because you are considering surgery. So please sit back and watch this video, which actually describes fairly well what to expect from the surgery. And then after the video, I'll come back and we'll have a chat about my feelings on it.
Your doctor may recommend a hemorrhoidectomy to remove your hemorrhoids if they do not respond to more conservative treatment. Hemorrhoidal veins are blood vessels within the walls of the rectum and anal canal. Hemorrhoids, also known as piles, occur when these veins become swollen and the tissue around them becomes inflamed. A swollen vein near the opening of the anal canal is called an external hemorrhoid. A swollen vein within the rectum is called an internal hemorrhoid. Internal hemorrhoids are classified by how advanced they are. First-degree internal hemorrhoids are those that always remain inside the rectum. Second-degree internal hemorrhoids will extend outside the rectum during a bowel movement and then return to the inside of the rectum on their own. Third-degree internal hemorrhoids extend outside the rectum during a bowel movement and then must be pushed back inside the rectum. Fourth-degree internal hemorrhoids always remain outside the rectum and cannot be pushed back in. Before a hemorrhoidectomy, you may be given local or general anesthesia. For general anesthesia, you will be given medications to put you to sleep through a breathing mask or through an IV line. A breathing tube will be inserted through your mouth and into your windpipe to help you breathe during the operation. Your surgeon will begin by using a scalpel, electrocautery, or laser to make an incision in the tissue around the hemorrhoid to expose the swollen vein. Your surgeon may tie off the swollen vein in order to keep it from bleeding when it is removed. Your surgeon will then remove the swollen vein and inflamed tissue. Your wound may be left open, or your surgeon may suture it closed. Finally, your surgeon will place medicated bandages over the wound to aid in healing and protect from infection. The procedure generally takes about an hour. After your procedure, your breathing tube will be removed. You will be instructed to eat a high-fiber diet and drink plenty of fluids to help prevent constipation during your recovery, which usually lasts 2 weeks to 2 months. Your doctor may recommend warm baths, medications, and/or stool softeners to make you more comfortable in the days after your procedure. Most people are able to return home the day of the procedure, but some will need to stay in the hospital for 1 to 2 days. After you return home, you should call your doctor immediately if you experience fever, excessive pain, drainage from your wound, redness, or swelling.
Okay, I find that a very good description of how the surgery really works. The good thing about surgery is that it is fairly permanent. The results are usually quite good. Unfortunately, when I was looking at it, I looked at it from all sides, and I'm afraid there were too many on the downside for my liking. And so what I discovered came just at the right time. What I'd like you to do is, before you make the decision on the surgery, please go across to my website, which should be listed across the bottom of the screen, all being well, if my techie people have managed to do it, because I'm not very technically minded, I'm afraid. What I did after I cleared my hemorrhoids up, I spent about 6 to 9 months finding out everything I could about hemorrhoids, and then I built this site to try and help other people. So pop across there, and hopefully you will say goodbye to hemorrhoids very, very soon.